Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Well, they say everything's bigger in Texas, but the steak that was causing the sizzle on this night was Caitlin Clark. Once again, the Wings upgraded to the American Airlines Center for number 22, which is also, I believe, the 22nd time a team has moved arenas for the face. The Fever came into this game third in the standings while the Wings were in 8th and kind of sucking. Since the All-Star break, they've been 2-7, one of the worst teams in the league, and they'd lost 8 straight against teams in a playoff position. And to make matters worse, they were now without AZ Fudd, who's out for the season. All of this, bad news, going up against the Fever, who were on an absolute tear. Caitlin Clark just became the only player other than herself to score 700 points and 250 assists in a season. And then you have Kelsey on an absolute heater with 27.1 points per game in her last 20 and going for a WNBA record 21 consecutive games with 20 points or more. Speaking of heaters, it was 108 degrees in Dallas, but unlike in Canada, they have AC. And Caitlin was cool as a cucumber early on, setting the tone with some D on Paige, and then had this deep 3 to make it 5-2. Then Caitlin found Lexi for 2. Lexi had 4 early in the game, a nice start for her. It was 11-6 early, but then this started happening. Yep, that's Awak Kuier, who came in to replace AZ Fudd, and for a large chunk of this game, there would be a loud thud every time a Fever player took it to the rim. Now, the bright spot in this game would be Kelsey. I mean, look at this. That's a confident 3 right there to make it 16-10. Then Caitlin started getting into the action with a long 2, then made this sweet around the body feed to KK. She had 3 assists early. 4-point Indy lead after 1, 9 points for Kelsey, Caitlin with 5 points and 3 assists. And the Fever kept it going to start the second. Aaliyah got her first 2, making it look easy like mac and cheesy, but the Wings kept clawing back. Jess Shepard had 16 points early, she was on fire this game, and then the Awak block party continued, this time on Caitlin. And after Kelsey and Aaliyah made some nice plays to make it 32-28, Kuier showed some range, hitting a 3 and giving the Wings their first lead. And that seemed to be the theme for a chunk of the night. Kelsey put the Fever ahead with a crossover 3, and then the Fever would get blocked. Then Kelsey freaking Mitchell would bring them back with pure wizardry. It was just back and forth. Now, Caitlin was having trouble getting it going in this one, and Paige wasn't making it any easier by grabbing her arm. And as you'll see, there would be a lot more physical stuff as the game went on. Now, Caitlin did finish the half strong with a sweet pass to a cutting Kelsey to tie the game at 42-42. And with that, Kelsey broke the record for most consecutive games with 20 points or more. She had 21 points, Caitlin had 5 points and 6 assists, rough quarter for her, and Paige as well. The two players who went toe-to-toe scoring 29 each a few games back were basically pulling an Uno reverse this game. And it didn't get any better for either of them in the third. Maybe the AC was cranked up too much because Caitlin stayed cold, missing another 3, and Paige stayed cold. She was 2 of 10 from the field. But she would win the tech battle on this night, this one for yapping. Finally, Caitlin connected with a step back 2 over Paige to give the Fever the lead. And with only 7 points on the night, she decided to join the block party. Nice one, Caitlin. Lexi made a layup to put the Fever up 51-49, but then Awak reminded her not to get too excited. But Lexi did not listen and drained the 3 to put the Fever ahead again. And this is where the game kind of just slid away. Arike Ngumbawale took over. With this 2, she had 21 points, and she had the Wings' last 11 points. Then the Tony Little Gazelle glider coasts in for 2. Kelsey made this 3 to keep the Fever close, but the Fever ended the third down 5. Not great, but there was still hope. And Caitlin showed signs of getting her groove back with this 3 to make it 70-64. But she never really did, and it didn't help that she was getting grabbed, held, and tackled, but only went to the line once, and that was for a technical. Kelsey kept pouring in the points. This 3 got them within 6. She had 30 at this point. Caitlin had this sweet behind-the-back pass to Mo Billings, but with 4:30 left, they needed some magic, and I will save you the pain, they just didn't have it. The Fever lost by 6. Caitlin finished with 10 points, 9 assists, 4 of 15 from the field, which is rough. Kelsey had 37 points and became just the 4th player to score 900 points in a season. Congrats, Kelsey. And you've got to tip your hat to Awak Kuier, who had 7 blocks. She was a momentum changer, and she got into the Fever's heads a bit. Between that and the 26 points from Jess Shepard, who, like Kuier, didn't play in the last game between these teams, the Fever just didn't have an answer on this night. It is what it is, a stinker on a long road trip. We'll see how they regroup in New York. If you're still here, drop a trophy in the comments because you are a winner for sticking around. See you next time.